G2 and Team Liquid. Best of 5 grand finals. First half is done, and it looked like it was going to be just stellar for G2, and that hasn't turned out that way. Now Liquid are right back. This is a super open game. I think they're going to have to fight very hard for this now, G2.
Oh yeah, that first half really came up and creeped on them. It's what I mentioned. You can't ever kind of just go to sleep. You have to keep fighting the entire half. You mentioned what's a good score for G2, and it's like, well, Team Liquid's going to find a way to come back into this, and almost on the verge of tying it up. But these pistol rounds have been tough for them throughout this event. Twist going to get that first shot. He's sticking around going for more, but the P250 is so powerful. A great trade, and now the A bomb site is open. Stewie's going to creep in early.
Look at the choice made by Kenny, saying, actually, I don't want to fight for long. I want to hold middle, make sure no one's going to come catwalk. That's a lot of information to play off of. They know there's someone down in pit. Stewie sneaking in, silenced with a USP, running up with a headshot, and he's going to get one, but Kenny and Lucky, great with the returns. Naf is going to pick up one more, but that bomb is already ticking for quite a while now, and Kenny finding a hard time, and now he's alone down here. They do have a kit on a leash, but there's Naf defusing for 10 seconds. Kenny, can he make the jump? He's got pretty much one chance, and it almost happens. He is so low on health, Naf defusing that. That could have worked out.
Look at the margins in this round. If you rewatch that and you watch Stewie creep up along that wall, it's like a millisecond before he would have been spotted, before he would have been tagged, before he would not have been effective coming up that ramp. As it was, it still had to be an incredible shot. It still had to be a first one, and that's Naf as well. One of his own. He's got 20 HP when he hits that shot, and the follow-up fight as well. Beautiful work from Naf. He's 12-9. Having a pretty good game so far. He's up there with Elige at 12-11. Stewie's 10-11.
Yeah, and I mean, the ridiculous thing is it could even just be Naf warming up, for all we know. His level when we get up there is, again, really, really fun to watch.
I can't recall that we've had like one of the NAF rounds in this event so far.
No, not really.
We've had Twist. We've obviously had Stewie and Elige.
I don't know for sure, but it feels like sometimes watching him play specifically, it's like he's sort of feeling the game out, and when he knows that he's in the right zone, then he just starts to, you know, then it's like he gains a bonus 25% extra performance for no reason. And it is a lot of fun to see. Now, they do have some rifles to work with here on the G2 side. They've been having the bombs around T-spawn pretty much the whole round, so I think they were actually hoping that Liquid would make a mistake, over-peek into one of these AKs or one of the scouts. And that has not happened. So now instead, timing is so good for Elige, and smoke means they can't even really chase him down. That's a pretty nice kill to get early on.
That's a very, very free kill. He's even going to back up along that ramp towards the A bomb site. As he saw them jumping up towards Catwalk, he knows the idea is to come towards this A site. They can still adjust. Although they don't have a smoke for a mid-B split. They can do the reverse one that we know they like doing, but they're just going to go for it. There's the all holding the angle, and Naf actually misses his opportunity, but he's got Twist and Pit, and he's got Elige at the railing as well. Molotov to force him into the open. That's great for the AKs. Flashbang into the sky, but Naf doesn't commit. He's got one. Elige going to stay alive here at this A bomb site as reinforcements come in, and now he pounces. That's beautifully done from Liquid. Great teamwork on the defense.
Really staying safe, and I think really abusing the fact that G2 did not have a lot of grenades to force them out of these common positions, so they could just stay and fight at those headshot angles for a really long time. Amanek, time has run out, so really can't be going down, and he's just barely going to stay alive.
That was so close to being a disaster.
Still, 9-8. I think Elige with a triple in that round. Now, we said Naf haven't had some of those really mental games. Elige had.
Yeah.
Like, really.
That series that he had against Astralis is probably... I think it'd be hard to find a better series that he's played in his entire career.
Yeah, I really think that's true. It was wild as well, because there was, even when they were getting beat up, he just didn't. He was like, no, I'm just going to continue.
9-8. Timeout from G2, although they cannot invest here. No bomb plant in that previous round, and need to just save up for the AK-47s. You obviously want to get Kenny S on the op. He's 18-9. He's having a phenomenal game. It's Shox and Amanek at the bottom. Kind of lagging behind a little bit. Nitro for Team Liquid as well with only 5 kills.
It'll be fun to see what G2 could do when they start to really pick up the rifles. Still a little bit early on to just explain or talk about how their T side is going to be here. There are, I mean, in a way, even though it's been played for such a long time, there still are a lot of options on Dust 2 that people can mess around with, you know.
Well, even though it's been around a long time, I mean, the game, the way that this map is played, a lot of it is on those mid-round decisions because you can change your attack so easily and so fluidly. A lot of it is just about reading the rotations and what you have and kind of reacting. Shox is waiting to lurk in upper B. He's got armor and a deagle, and I'm assuming he's just going to try and catch someone off when that smoke clears as they rotate away. Maybe come in very late, but they have to have success.
Oh, no.
That's not success. That's a team kill and a slaughter. And Shox is feeling very lonely. He's not going to get anything that he wants. 10-8, a 2-round lead for Team Liquid.
Do we dare call for a replay in front of the French crowd, Moses? You know, there could be some risk involved. I don't know.
It's 8 rounds in a row for Team Liquid now. They have grabbed complete control of this. 9 of the last 10.
Here we go. Amanek. Well. Who do you blame in that?
Yeah, not really a whole lot you can do there, is there?
Who's got the, who's going to be paying the insurance for this one?
Yeah, I don't know. That's actually a tough call. Kenny not going to stand in the Molotov. Doesn't want to take the damage. Backs away quickly. Did want that shot. Almost had it.
I feel like if you're the guy pulling your vehicle in front of the other guy and then he bumps into you, it's your fault.
They've got to get out, though. They do have to get out of that choke point.
Okay, well, anybody working insurance, don't contact me. I don't want to know you. It's round number 19, and I don't know. I want to say it's the first real challenge, but at the same time, they do have that Mac 10. It's not the end of the world, but they also missing some grenades. Still, let's call it a real chance here for G2. They need to shut this down for Liquid. You said 8 rounds in a row. That's too much.
That's way too much, especially considering they've had in this game. They're going to feel like they've lost so many, and this is a pretty dirty offense. Although Kenny S, we saw him peek this just the other day. It was a really powerful peek. Twist is going to go right into it. He heard the footsteps, wanted to get involved in the action. That puts pressure on Naf. He's got to go forward, and he goes forward into that Mac 10, so it does work. Nitro, Stewie, and Elige away from the action. They're going to see if Elige can create anything on Catwalk. He's got the first headshot. Going to go for more. 3 flashbangs and 2 kits to work with for Team Liquid if they want to commit here.
There's a Molotov there, unlucky as well, and they have no smokes to put it out. So, oh my God, that's another really great kill, Stewie. Some of these shots that they're hitting on the Liquid side are just so absurd, but they don't have the health really to take this fight. It is a bit of a bonus round for them. You saw that with the UMP with the FAMAS out on long, and I would say even though Nitro is doing a fair bit of damage, it actually is going to help them out a lot. They're still not going to get close to winning this round. Holding long with a FAMAS is just not up. I won't accept that job, Moses. Somebody called me, said, listen, we've got like, we're sending you a resume. Or what am I going to be doing? You're going to be holding long with a FAMAS, like in the middle? I didn't know.
Yeah, you're just out?
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
It'll be a lot of pay, like.
Twist does get some very difficult roles in this team, and I mean, he usually is equal to the task. That one's tough. Kenny, well, one of the best stoppers in the world, covering the corner.
But also I think he was hearing the footsteps of the players in front of Kenny. So in his mind, he's probably thinking, and maybe rightly so, if I wait, they're going to run me down. So I should peek them while they're running, and then... It might have
been something where he just didn't want to, like, there was going to be a flash around that corner, right?
Yeah,
there's no resistance. If they're running that fast, surely there's going to be a flash and just not wanting to wait for it. Either way, a good round from G2. They finally put a stop to it. Ooh, Stewie's going to do the same thing, but they've got Almanac watching it. That's a great shot. Do they want to risk the second player? They do. That's Nitro. He sticks around very long, and now he might find an opening if he wants to continue pushing.
Yeah, but I think Amanek saw that. Did he? That would really be worth knowing, because if he did, then that's confirmation of 2 players. Maybe even the aggressive push is enough that he could maybe guess that there were going to be 2. Good grenade. Does a lot of damage there. Kenny, a little bit softened up already. Twist trying to see if he could find a gap between the fire and the smoke up here on the bomb site. They're getting very close. They're right in front. Nice return from Jax. Didn't actually see where that happened from, and now Twist is going to get the kill on him. So still a 3-on-3, plenty of time, but oh! They had to get that kill. If Elige goes down, the bomb site's lost. That might not have been the flashiest kill, but probably that was one of the more weightier ones.
What a hold from Elige. That is an important triple kill. The main force of that attack gets stopped. I think Elige is actually the one who took out Kenny too, who was a huge point of danger for Twist.
Yeah.
Once he goes down, once that attack on the bomb site goes down, I mean, all you really have is the flank at long, and you have the player flanking CT spawn. So many people on the flanks, and there was nothing to distract the Liquid defenders. 21 kills on Elige to start out these grand finals.
Yeah, he wasn't satisfied with having sort of one of the best games of his career. He's like, why don't we make one of the best tournaments?
Maybe? Now he wants that MVP.
Well, he's really the top candidate right now, isn't he, Moses?
Him and Kenny. you have to imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If G2 end up winning this, then Kenny, I don't see how you could argue that. Well, Twist going to be moving into position. Elise does have a flashbang if they want to try and set up for that kind of a peak. But instead, as they're thinking about it, the call gets taken away from them as G2 try and push out the middle, and Stewie not even the least bit impressed. Going to be shutting down Shox and Amanek both, and now he's back for a little bit more, helping out his teammate. Nitro will get a kill, and Stewie does get tagged in the end, but still there's not going to be a bomb plant in this round. Jax, CC in his hand. Oh, okay. Elise put to sleep. That was a nice shot. It didn't change the round.
No, not at all. But yeah, was pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, art has a place in this too, Moses, you know?
Art?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aesthetics, you know.
Yeah, you like the flashy, the fancy stuff.
Sometimes. Like, not all the time. You got to have a balance, I think.
Balance in all things. Nice double kill from Stewie. 12-9 now for Team Liquid. And this has been a long time for G2 to not feel like they've had a whole lot of success. That run in the early part of the game had them flying so high. And you mentioned it, as hype and as excited as they were getting, you know that's going to happen. You have 3 young guys on a stage. You have Kenny and Shox, who haven't been back on a big stage in a big grand finals in a long time as well. Kenny has been very public and open about the fact that he's been emotional with this kind of success that they've had. And now it's just not sustainable when you go on a losing streak of this magnitude.
149 ADR in Elige. It's just crazy, isn't it? I mean, look at the score. I mean, not that everyone else is doing badly on Liquid, but just the gap between them is a little bit outrageous. 12-9. Liquid, a lot of traction. Elige going to continue, and they just get crushed down the middle. Jackson, Lucky, didn't even see it coming, did they?
No, not at all. What a great call from Liquid. They've been getting aggressive on their CT side as well. We just saw the push in Upper Dark from Stewie the previous round that didn't work, or 2 rounds ago. But then you see this aggression on Catwalk from Elige, and now if you're G2, no matter what you call, you probably feel like it has to be a little slow, because you have to be mindful of that aggression. So those fast tactics, I don't know if we'll see one in the next round. It might be something, no matter what they call, just live for the first 30 seconds.
Destroy all enemy forces.
They've got up long. Now, if Amanek could just stay alive down here, the grenade is going to give it away, and I think that might be the end. Oh, Elige turning around. Oh, somehow does not win the fight. I'm confused.
He's even got Nap and support, which is funny. He jumps up and actually negates the fact that he's got a teammate there with the opposite position.
This is winnable.
It is winnable if they get this ball down. It is Shox and Kenny as well.
They almost didn't throw it far enough.
Half of them eliminated. Now for
They
the
have
other
to wait
half.
a bit longer. There's going to be a double push down long of a single guy on Catwalk. Let's see how this plays out. G2, they want a chance at winning this map. This round would be a big one to do it. And Kenny, the leg shot, is not going to right into the crosshair. Now it's on Shox. They have a Molotov for him as well, so if he stays here, he's going to get pretty hot. Tries to go for the fight, but misses the chance and forced into the second one against Naf. And Liquid will end up winning it. That early fight there for Elige. Again, I'm seeing some BMs. Not on camera mode, but
No, it's Nap. So he's starting to get into it as well.
were they doing that before the defuse?
Yes.
They were taking
that before the defense.
time away from defusing, shoot the corpses, and then back to defusing. You have to like that.
You definitely do.
Look at this. Yeah, I mean, we're getting into very strange art genres. The type that usually, you definitely can't bring your kids to. It's going to be round number 23. Liquid, I don't know, they've really woken up now. I would be worried if I was G2 at this point in time. Jack's going to be making that run down the pit. This is something Chad had talked about a lot. I think showed us a whole video of how well this works, and it very nearly did it again. That's close.
Elige's just going to get one more off Catwalk. Shox with his knife out at top mid, not expecting it whatsoever. Elige 3 kills with cat aggression in the past 2 rounds, and close mid. That's going to be 1 kill, traded off immediately. Stewie just couldn't see it. He was looking up towards Catwalk with an AWP, and they know that Nitro is the other B defender, so they're going to try and get in and beat him here, but he's got back as they come out of the smoke. Nade out. They know his position, and Lucky. An immediate headshot. Nitro maybe trying to do too much, but bomb should go down.
Yeah, but Jax he's miles away. If they're quick on the retake, he'll never get there in time. he's probably thinking about flanking somebody, but he has to get there right now. And I think he may have realized running down the middle, Liquid, oh, they're backing up right in front of him, so now they know, and that is going to be very confusing. I don't know what they're going to make of this. If you're Liquid now...
You go for it. You just go in. Naf running over to the B bomb site, but Elige has the first kill. Naf's got to be careful of his flank. Time is running out. Elige, how does he want to handle this? He wins the battle, and now it's all on Jax. He's been slow. He's been patient. He was taking so long, and Naf has him around the smoke. What a tough position for both players, Naf and Jax, to have to manage. But it's Jax whose teammates go down, and it forces his hand. That's a 14th round for Liquid, but it's so close.
That actually ticked over into to the explosion queue there. That was very close. 14-9. I don't know. I would have said they would have lost that round because Jax was going to show up too late, but that weirdly Liquid doubled back and saw him.
Naf spotted him. Yeah, Naf just checked everything. I wonder if maybe he was making a call to save and then realized there were only 2 players inside the bomb site. And
that's like, what it felt like to me. It looked like they were about to fall back because it wasn't just one person. It was a couple of people that were sort of starting to run back, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take that. Here we go again. Another attempt at this play, which we know G2 loves, and this is how it's designed to work. That's how we've seen it work in the past. And finally, G2 get some success. They're 5 rounds back, and they must start now. They have to capitalize in a 5-on-3.
This really has turned out to be sort of the pit magic trick, hasn't it? Like, there's just a little bit of a puff of smoke, and then suddenly there's somebody in pit killing your whole team. It's outrageous.
It's a roll of the dice, those flashbangs. They're relying on everyone being turned. Stewie has a chance to bring this round back in their favor. He stops shooting. A little bit blind, didn't see the follow-up players coming in. Naf and Nitro won't even budge at the A bomb site.
Those 2 players, Amanek and Lucky, they were standing on top of each other, right? Weren't they?
Yes. That could have been a multi-kill, a big multi-kill for Stewie.
In the back of my mind, I was suddenly, holding my breath a little bit. Well, let's see. That's going to make it 14-10.